The Life and Times of John Dillinger, a tale of infamy and rebellion. The summer of 1933 was sweltering in Indiana, the air thick with sweat and desperation. The country was in the depths of the Great Depression, and the banks, those fortresses of wealth, became symbols of oppression to the struggling masses. But to John Dillinger, they were something else entirely. They were challenges. They were his playground. They were his to take. John Dillinger wasn't born into crime. He was a restless boy from Mooresville, a mischievous youth who sought thrills where he could find them. But it was the system that forged him. After a botched grocery store robbery in his early 20s, he found himself locked away in the Indiana State Prison. He entered a naive young man and emerged a hardened outlaw. The prison was a breeding ground for criminals, a university of theft and violence. He had learned from the best, and he was ready to put his education to use. Upon his release in 1933, Dillinger wasted no time assembling a gang of seasoned gunmen. Together, they embarked on a spree of robberies that would make him the most infamous man in America. Banks fell one by one: Indianapolis, Dayton, Chicago, each heist executed with a precision that left police baffled and the public enthralled. He became a folk hero, a modern-day Robin Hood in the eyes of those who had been crushed under the weight of the economy. His charm was undeniable, his smile infectious. He would waltz into a bank, armed and grinning, and leave as a legend in his wake. But the law was never far behind. J. Edgar Hoover had taken notice, and the newly minted FBI was desperate to bring him down. Dillinger was arrested in Tucson, Arizona in 1934, his luck seemingly run dry. Yet, in classic fashion, he pulled off a daring escape from the Crown Point jail, carving a wooden gun and bluffing his way past the guards. He slipped through their fingers like smoke, once again a ghost in the night. His last months were spent on the run, dodging roadblocks and changing identities. But even a man as slippery as Dillinger couldn't evade fate forever. On the night of July 22, 1934, the law finally caught up to him outside Chicago's Biograph Theater. Betrayed by a woman in red, he stepped out into the humid evening, oblivious to the agents waiting in the shadows. A shout, a flurry of gunfire. And John Dillinger lay sprawled on the pavement, blood pooling beneath him, the flickering neon sign above, painting his death in eerie red and yellow hues. And so ended the life of America's most notorious outlaw. He had lived fast, burned bright, and died young, a symbol of defiance in a country starved for justice. His name would echo through the ages, not as a villain, nor a hero, but as something in between, a man who dared to take on the system and paid the ultimate price for it. Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to smash that like button. And until next time, take care.